Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Shuguang Wang, and I'm going to introduce our work, Interventional Root Cause Analysis of Failures in Multi-Sensor Fusion Perception Systems. There are 5 parts in this presentation. To begin with, I would like to introduce the background of our work. Self-driving cars rely on perception systems to get information from their surroundings. With multi-sensor fusion technology, these cars can process data from sensors like LiDAR and camera in real time to figure out what objects are around them. But perception systems are not always perfect. Some faults in the submodules may lead to serious perception failures, such as missing obstacles, ghost obstacles that may have serious security implications. For example, increasing risk of collision and unexpected driving decisions. Therefore, we need to find an effective way to perform root cause analysis on the performance failures and locate the faulty modules to help the system recover from the failure. Root cause analysis has been applied in many works, but existing work has the following limitations when analyzing perception failures. For this work in microservices, they rely on performance indicators with singular modality, while perception systems rely on multimodal data. Singular modality may ignore cross-modal information. And for this work in autonomous driving system, they analyze driving violations and locate the causes in main components, such as planning and localization. But these components have simple module dependencies, make them limited to handle with far more complexity in perception submodules. And for this work in causality testing, they have single root cause assumptions so that they cannot handle with multiple concurrent root causes. Therefore, we want to propose an efficient and fully automated approach to locate faulty modules and identify fault types to handle with multiple concurrent root causes with generality. So let's look at how it works step by step. It begins by monitoring modules during the runtime, and then the abnormal modules are labeled as potential causal module, and they are represented with fault mode vectors. Once we know which module might be faulty, we can build a hierarchical structure causal model with the directed acyclic graph from the perception system. But just knowing the structure isn't enough, because sometimes some module looks faulty is because it's getting wrong inputs from another. So to find the real root cause, we propose an intervention algorithm for selecting intervention targets and remove irrelevant modules. And it returns intervention targets. Then we perform the intervention on the potential causal modules by changing its output of the potential modules and to see how the system reacts. And this operation is cross-platform computable. Once we have identified all causal modules, we can decode the causal modules back to their original message, such as those topics, and then we can know what went wrong and exactly why. And the full process is fully automated. And then I would like to introduce how the intervention algorithm finds the intervention targets and remove irrelevant modules. Let's look at its first stage, branch prune. Let's focus on remove irrelevant branches at first. We're starting by identifying collider nodes at first, such as C1 and C2. Then we select P1, which is the parent node of the collider C1, and we perform intervention on this node. And we can observe that C1 is still faulty after the intervention, so we can know that P1 is not the cause of the following faults, so we can print it out. And now we can move on to the second colliders, and we also select its parent node and perform interventions, and we can observe that it changes to normal, so we can print another irrelevant branches, and we can also observe that the state of C2 is conflict with the failure. It means that it's not the root cause of the failure, so we can also print it out. And then we can get a chain, and we also want to remove irrelevant modules in this chain, so we perform the intervention on the first half at first. And in this example, we can observe that the middle node is changed to normal, and the final and the failure still exists. So we want to figure out the multiple concurrent root causes. So we split it to two parts and perform the interventions and print the irrelevant modules individually. And finally, we can get the multiple causal modules. Then I would like to introduce our evaluation experiments. We have conducted experiments on 3 different configurations of Autoware autonomous driving system, and we collected 2 data sets. The first one is the real fault scenarios collected from GitHub issues, and the second one is the synthetic fault scenarios with injected faults. And we compared our method with existing work. In terms of real fault scenarios, our works excel in handling diverse and realistic fault scenarios. And we also have proven the effectiveness on synthetic fault scenarios. In terms of efficiency, our work can quickly identify the causal modules. And then I would like to introduce some case studies from GitHub issues. The first line is the view from the simulation, simulator color, and the bottom is the view from the autonomous driving system perception view. And the first 3 cases are some failures, such as misidentification of the track or misdetection of the pedestrian. And our method can effectively identify the root causes, such as misdetection in LiDAR center point module or clustering error. And the last one is interesting. This is the self-driving car incorrectly treats the uphill as a huge obstacle and made an emergency stop. And our method found that it was due to the unfiltered point cloud introduced the ghost obstacle, and we found these issues and reported to the developer. It was confirmed by the Autoware developer. We also have performed real-world evaluations on a physical self-driving car. This car is equipped with Autoware Universe autonomous driving system, and it is equipped with a LiDAR and camera fusion perception system. We have collected 2 scenarios. The first one is the misdetection of the pedestrian, and the last one is the misdetection of the traffic cone. We have identified the root causes. For example, the misdetection of the pedestrian was due to that this scenario is out of distribution of the detection model during the training. And the last one is due to the sparse point cloud. And the real-world evaluation has proven that the practical effectiveness of our method. And then we also perform some cross-platform validations. We have used scenarios from Apollo's sensor data. Apollo is another open source autonomous driving system, and we have proven our work can work across different autonomous driving systems. In summary, our method is capable of tracking multiple concurrent root causes, and it's fully automated and with generality. We have proven its effectiveness on 2 open source autonomous driving systems. such as Autoware and Apollo, and we also have proven its practical effectiveness in physical world. That's all. Thank you.
Do we have any questions?
Okay, thank you for your presentation. And I have a question. I noticed there is a DAG in your perception system. And my question is, how do you obtain it?
Yeah. There, we can. Thank you for your question. We can obtain the directed acyclic graph in two ways. The first one is that we can obtain them from the configuration files. For example, we can get them from the launch file of Autoware, or we can get it from the proto of Apollo. We can also get the DAG from during the execution with some automatic tools. For example, for Autoware, we can get the directed acyclic graph by those two tools. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for presentation. In the last slides, I noticed that you introduced camera and LiDAR-based fusion. So what about radar sensors? What's your consideration of fitting them?
Thank you for your question. We have our method can apply on the multi-sensor fusion perception system with radar theoretically, but we haven't applied them during our experiments. It's because that the radar configuration is still under development of this two open source autonomous driving system, and I think we can extend our experiments when the radar configuration is ready for the open source autonomous driving system.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sounds very good. So I think that concludes this session. So we can go to lunch. Thank you.